hackers on the grind. I ain't forget you. All my port scanners, all my SQL injectors, my exploit devs. I've been in this game for years. It made me an animal. There's rules to these bits. Man page for the manual, a step-by-step booklet for you to get your back doors patched, not your house ransacked. Rule number uno, never let no one know how much code you hold, cause you know the 0-day heap will spray, clear the way if their log file touch, get your hard line cut. Number 2, never let them know your next move. Don't you know bad boys move in silence and pirate, taken from your wireless. I done flashed mad chips with these hacks just to patch these bits. Number 3, never trust nobody. IRC is bad luck when you chat too much. Logged and tapped up, feds got mass plugs. They'll be waiting with the warrant to snatch your stash up. Number 4, know you've heard this before. Shut the up. Number 5, never do no hacks where you rest at. I don't care if you own a house, use a bounce. Number 6, any log, clear text, forget it. Encrypt all your data, take those bytes off the record. 7, this rule is so underrated. Keep identities and profiles completely separated. Cookies and lies don't mix like 2 bits and 1 snitch. Find yourself Guantanamo quick. Number 8, never keep no weight on you. Those cats that run your hacks can jack coins too. Number 9 should have been number 1 to me. Use your right to your attorney, keep away from police. If people think you're talking, they won't give an option. They'll be hopping on your box and ready to start doxing. Number 10, shut the actual up. The easiest of rules, but it still bears repeating, cause you'll want the recognition for your revenue increasing. Discard accounts, randomized handles. Law enforcement loves attacks on side channels. Burn your identities, credit card cancel. Avoid being the topic of a DEF CON panel. Don't bet your future on just a few tools. Even onion sites can have leaks too. Be smart about your OPSEC, think things through. They found DPR, they'll come find you. It's true, Hack King. Use Signal, use Tor.
I'm the de facto leader of a movement, screaming hack the planet back in 99. Hacktivism in its prime, global hell had the dot mill rooted. Alphabet soup in they troops in the suits, kicking down doors and seizing my equipment, blocking on my shipments, sitting on they hit list. Whole day radical, emphatic, beat addict in the stab hit. I envelope the game, call me Rabbit. Hop to hop, I run the internet equivocally. Bitch, I bait, hit him with the bite style symmetry. Digital gangsta reppin' till I'm dead. Steady grip Apache logs when I'm looking for the feds. Fast forward, now the internet anonymous and captains of the lows both raise the mass prominent, dominant hacks. And I sec on that new, dropping tables in my sequel like it was some poo-poo.
Pound and he's sick.
Pounding through your speakers.
Pound and he's sick.
Pound it to the bleachers.
Pound and he's sick.
If you're sitting below deck in the lows boat, salute bitch and show some respect.
Pound and he's sick.
Pounding through your speakers.
Pound and he's sick.
Pound it to the bleachers.
Pound and he's sick.
If you're sitting below deck in the lows boat, salute bitch and show some respect. Low sec bitch, they phone your hack Sony. Got the MD5, we rock your macaroni. Cook coke crack, nimble like a noodle. Or HB Gary stay toast like a strudel. Root shell on your bootstrap, now who's that? Bind the M join and drop your whole C-class. Yeah, C-class, it is evident we flousing. Iron cannon in the proc list, deep dousing. Lean back, bitch, we be sending an inject.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? Hey, forget Saturday morning cartoons. We are doing Saturday morning hacking. My name's Tyler. So happy to have you guys hanging out with me. And I know you're like, yo, It's not late at night. What are you doing? Well, my kids are at my in-laws just for the day. And so, because I don't have a life, a normal person would like go do a hobby at this time, I just hack stuff. So because my kids are gone, here I am at my computer and we are going to do some hacking. Let me get chat pulled up and go over to here, my playlist. So the music that y'all were just listening to, that was Whitey Cracker. That wasn't even a playlist I was playing. But that's this song. Here, I'll drop it a link. And then the one before that was the Hack Commandments by Dual Core. I'll grab that link for you as well real quick. One sec. All right, there we go. I dropped the links to those two songs. But yeah, good to have all of you guys hanging out. Let me scroll up and chat. Let's see who is all here. We have Hamsma, checking in if I'm saying that right. We got OP Kevin. We got Ralph. We got Access Denied. What is up? We got my friend Chris. We got Bolt. We have Nox Lumens. We have Dr. Vegapunk. We have Mary Ellen Kennel. We got Beastie Thinks. We got Ram Sudan, if I'm saying that correct. We got Beetroot Juice NC. What is up? We got Zero Cool. Dario TG checking in. The D2 checking in. Mustafa checking in. What is up? Good to have you here. We got Blaze Bits. Yeah, with my black hoodie on. Black hoodie on. Absolutely. We got 2 ARs. Ab DevSec, Tony B, Adelaide, Marissa. What is up, everyone? Hey, and it looks like a bunch of other people haven't said hi in the chat. Drop in the chat. Would love to hear from you. Let me know where you're joining from. Good to have you here. We got Lasonic, if I'm saying that right, checking in. Fagu, if I'm saying that right. Tony B. What is up, y'all? Hey, y'all, and Jed, good to have you all. Everyone's jumping in. Adataya, if I'm saying that correct. Shahid. We're going to do some Vuln Lab. But hey, guys, before we do that, I should have had this pulled up, but I was, while the 5-minute countdown was going, I was getting everything ready for my stream. Let me get this pulled up real quick. Heck in a sec. Heck it through the speakers. All right, here we go. So, guys, as of last night at like 1 in the morning or midnight, something around that time, Hack Smarter officially has swag available. So if you want to check it out, here's the first thing. I'm going to create shirts as well. But if you haven't heard my Black Hoodie On song, you need to listen to it. But I thought after I made that song, I thought, hey, if I'm going to make some type of swag, how cool would it be to just make a black hoodie that just says Black Hoodie On? Because in my mind, that is cool. If it's not cool in your mind, I don't really care. I was just going to make it for myself, and I thought, hey, I'll let other people check these out. So you can see the front right here. I think if I open a new tab, Black Hoodie On, and then the back is just hacksmarter.org. I put this at 0% markup, so I'm making literally no money from this. Actually, I think every time you buy one, it costs me money because I have to pay some fulfillment fee. So not only am I not making money, it costs me money if you buy one, but I still want you to buy one. Let me drop a link to this. But get your Black Hoodie On hoodie, which is so cool. So I was the first person to buy it. I got first blood on it, which is kind of cheating, but I've actually had a few more people, a handful of people already buy one of these. So super excited that other people enjoy the Black Hoodie On design. What is up, Haircut Fish? Good to have you here. Do I like Vuln boxes more than Hack the Box? Yeah, I do. They're more difficult, but they also, like, I can stream them. Hack the Box can only stream your tired machines. I like the streamer friendliness of Vuln. I also have been making some standalone videos, but I've been doing those offline instead of having you guys just watch me stumble around on machines I've already completed. I'm trying to use the live streams just to hang out, to hack stuff, and I just realized I don't have chat turned on. There we go. I had the chat turned off when I was working on some video stuff last night, but wasn't streaming. But let me stop sharing my screen again. Let me turn on chat here as well. There we go. Now I got chat turned on in every single spot. What is up from Denmark? Good to have you here. I can't say your name. Both Salicious? I'm sure I totally murdered your name there. But I'm going to jump on the VPN real quick. There's a list of machines that, oh my goodness, what happened to my terminal? Look at this, guys. What is this? Why would it change to black on light yellow? There. Jeez, my eyes almost bled out of my head right there. That's the new Kali update. Why the frick would Kali update it with that with that terminal? Are they crazy? Clearly they are. Let me switch over to vulnlab, sudo open VPN. Get on the VPN real quick. Whoops. Call this terminal. All right. Let me stop sharing my screen. I need to get Notion pulled up and see which machines are recommended to me. But JKR, who is also one of the top players on Hack the Box, he's part of that A team that, you know, wins everything. He also has made a few machines on vulnlab, and I chat with him on Discord occasionally. I was like, dude, recommend me some machines I should stream from vulnlab. Like, going into the blind, let me know which ones would be fun to do. And he gave me a handful. So I have them pulled up here. And it looks like we're going to kick off with data. So give me just a second, y'all. I need to use Discord to launch this machine, and then I will share my screen. Yeah, guys, I'm usually not live right now. Usually I'm hanging out with my kids, but my kids are at my in-laws, and my wife is shopping. So, hey, I got like the morning to myself. I figured let's do some hacking. Hack all the things. All right, one second. I'm getting vulnlab pulled up. Jeez. Is this cough ever going to go away? I don't think so. Machine and data is what we're going to do. Hit start. All right, I'm waiting for the IP. Hey, I got the IP already. Beautiful. Let me grab this. Almost back to share my screen, y'all. All right. I'm going to go ahead and make a page for this. We'll start getting our notes. Hey, Blazebits, thank you for checking out just for a little bit. Good to have you here. And we will call this data. That's the IP. We'll make this full width. All right. Let me check out chat, see what I'm missing. Vector Flame said, first time watching the live stream. Yo, welcome to the party, pal, as they'd say over on Simply Cyber. Good to have you here. What is the purpose of connecting to OpenVPN? Is it to ensure that Hack the Box VL know you're not a threat actor when pen testing the labs and boxes? So both, the way it works is all of the machines for Hack the Box, Vulnab, Try Hack Me are actually hosted in a private network. So you can't actually hit the machines unless you're on their VPN. So that's why you connect to a VPN. Rocho 2 was amazing. Okay, I'll be sure to check that one out soon. But okay, guys, the whole purpose of this stream is just to chill, hang out, do some AMA. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I'm going to dive into this machine by vulnab. I have no idea what to expect. Haven't looked at this machine ahead of time, so going into it completely blind. So let's go ahead and dive in. The first thing I do is I add the IP to my etc host file. That's just so it resolves the domain name to the IP, so I don't have to remember the IP. So we'll do sudo nano etc host. Type in our password, and we'll jump down here. IP, and this is data.vl for vulnab. See if we can ping it, and we are able to ping it. Okay, beautiful. So now that we have this done, I'm going to switch this and just call this vulnab. See you after dinner. All right, peace out, OP Kevin. Good to have you stopping in for a little bit. Gosh, this cough needs to go away. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. We'll begin by kicking off some scans, see what is running on this machine. We can do that with rust scan. We'll do rust scan -a data.vl. We'll pass any open ports over to nmap, run -A flag on it with nmap, and we'll get our notes set up as well. So we'll do an H1 header, and we'll just call this enumeration. We'll do an H2, and we'll call this our nmap scan, and we'll open up a code block just to get those things ready. And that you said in the 90s, hacking was so easy with ColdFusion servers. Just put a period at the end of HTML file, and you got server-side source code. Nice. Tyler, when are you going to try some of the Try Hack Me Advanced Web Application Pen Testing walkthrough? Oh, eventually. I finished the entire path, so I do want to make a review video about it, but I don't think I've made any videos on it yet. I don't think. All right, we have two ports open. It looks like a web server, Grafana on port 3000 and SSH on port 22. Let's go ahead and grab these results. Jump over to our notes. We will drop that in there. Pop it out there, and let's go ahead and check out SSH first. On port 22. Now with SSH, there's usually not a whole lot to check. The main thing I like to check is whether or not password authentication is enabled or if it's key-based authentication. Best practice is always using key-based authentication, but if it's password-based, then we know if we find a password, we can try to reuse it in SSH, and we might be able to get remote access to the machine. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll do SSH root at data.vl. We'll say yes, and it is enabled. So password authentication is enabled. We'll grab that and drop it to our notes. Password auth is enabled. So if you find a password, try it for SSH. Drop a code block in there. And now it looks like we have a web server running on port 3000. So let's go and check out that web server. 3000. Sorry for the coughing, guys. Can you make a video on how to submit a machine to hack the box or THM? I've never submitted a machine to hack the box. The next time I make a try hacking machine, I'll try to stream some of the process and show you guys what goes into it. I have an idea for a try hack me Active Directory machine. Maybe like an assume breach machine on try hack me would be cool. So I have some ideas in my head. I just need to map out the attack path and work on the actual machine. But here we go. We have a web server running, so there's a few things I always like to check on a web server. One is we will do dir search, see if there's any directories that might be hidden that we don't have access to. We'll also search for vhosts. And then finally, we'll just see like what website features are on the website. So let's kick off these scans real quick. We'll open up our terminal. We'll rename this one to dir search, and we'll do dir search -u http data.vl for vulnlab. Oops, I already renamed it. I can't. Oh. Man, this cough is annoying. We need to make sure we specify port 3000. All right, there we go. And we'll open up this one and we'll scan for vhosts. I'll use my tools, my vhost scanner right here. You can get this from my GitHub at tenebrae93. But our domain is going to be data.vl. Our word list will do user share, word list, dirbuster, directory list, 2.3. medium.txt. Our URL is going to be data.vl 3000. Our FS filter, we can start with 1, and then we can see that non-existent vhosts are size 29, so we'll change our FS filter to 29 and let that scan run. We'll open up a new terminal and just name this one terminal so we have a terminal to work with, and we will make a directory for data, cd into data, and now we can go ahead and begin looking at the website. I like to use Kaido, so we'll open up Kaido. You can use Burp Suite, OWASP, Zap, whatever you want to use, and it looks like I'm going to actually have an update available. So let me grab the latest Kaido update, and then we'll dive in. Let's see, desktop. We'll just close out Kaido for now. Did you guys see that Kaido and Parrot have a new partnership, which I think is pretty cool? 2AR said, never touch the Vulnlab Linux ones. Only did the Windows. Nice to see how this goes. I've heard the attack paths for Linux bots are a bit unique. Yeah, like, I mean, honestly, every Vulnlab machine I've done has been unique, and I've gotten stuck on it, which is a good sign because it means I'm learning. Every single one I've done, I've learned something in the process. So my goal is not to solve these guys without getting stuck. I know I'm going to get stuck. My goal is just to learn as we do it. And then each time I solve a machine, I've been making a standalone walkthrough video where rather than stumbling through it, I teach through it, but you can find those on my YouTube channel. And I'll share that link in just a second. If you guys do not follow me on YouTube, that is my main platform, so you should. You should go to YouTube and subscribe and follow all my content there. I try to release 2 to 3 videos every single week. We'll grab this. I live stream on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitch, so you guys can join anywhere on LinkedIn, YouTube, or Twitch for the stream, but YouTube is my primary platform. Let me drop it in there. Yeah, I'll show you guys that real quick. The Kaido and Parrot stuff is pretty cool. Like, I've had issues with Parrot, but it's probably user error. Maybe I should try it out again. But I just saw this, which I think is super cool. I was an early supporter of Kaido, so I got locked in to a rate. I pay a really affordable rate for Kaido. I got locked in when they were even newer than they are now. But it said we partner with Kaido, a lightweight web security auditing toolkit, which is pretty cool. Oh, let me click it. So basically, in the new versions of Parrot OS, Kaido is going to be built in and ready to go, which is cool. So you think about how when you get Kali, you have Burp on. Well, Parrot is going to have Kaido, and Kaido's awesome. I'll show that to you guys. If you already have Parrot installed, it's not included yet. In the next release, it will be included by default. But if you want to get it installed now on Parrot, it's just sudo app update and then sudo apt install Kaido, and you'll have it installed. So really cool partnership there. All right, I think I have my Kaido updated. Let's go ahead and open it, and we are on the latest version, so we'll hit start. And let's go ahead and create a project. We'll call this project Data VL for VulnLab. Go over to Intercept, and I just like to use the built-in browser because I always forget to turn off Foxy Proxy, so let's open up the built-in browser. And here we go. Let's see what the heck is running on this website. Data.vl on port 3000. Okay, it's just a Grafana login page. We have some version information down there. We can try like admin. I highly doubt that's going to work on a VulnLab machine. Yeah, I didn't think so. And let's get Flameshot open. We'll begin to take notes and enumerate and see what things we are able to find. So I'm just going to grab a screenshot of this. And so we have login and we have version information down here. And it's Grafana. So we'll just highlight those two things. Go back over to our notes, and we will drop in a screenshot real quick. When is the next workshop? Well, I believe in the HackSmart Discord, we're doing a workshop. Is it today or next week? You have to check in Discord. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. But let's go ahead and see this version of Grafana. If there's any vulnerabilities. I like to open up a new tab here. There. We'll say Grafana. Okay, there were some patches there. Path traversal. Today we're releasing that. This includes a high severity fix. Okay, maybe there's path traversal. Arbitrary file read. Let's read through this and see what these are. How did I resize the image in Notion? You just grab it. So like right here, you can resize it however you want. You see that? I'm just clicking. I'm clicking when this toolbar pulls up and holding the button. Oh, 8.3.0. Does it only affect that? No. Okay. So Grafana versions 8.0.0 beta 1 through 8.3.0 is vulnerable to directory traversal, allowing access to local files. So it's public plugins plus choice plugin list. There's a plugin list there. Do we need to know what plugins are available? If plugin file not found, something went wrong. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and try this. Does it accept arguments? All right. We just specify the host, it looks like to me. Do nano, we'll just call it exploit.py. Paste it in, Python 3 exploit.py h. Okay, cool. And let's go ahead and specify our host, which will be http data.vl 3000 and read file etc password. Boom. We have file read already. Awesome. Let's grab a screenshot of that. Go back over to our notes and we will say file read. We'll drop it in there, and let's also grab a link to our exploit. Want to make sure we document everything that we do. And as you can see, I use Notion for note-taking, but I don't think Notion is superior on its own to other note-taking apps. It's less important which app you use and just more important that you're in the habit of taking notes. So as you solve machines, on Hack the Box or Try Hack Me, wherever you do it, just make sure you document as you go. Even if you don't plan on sharing your write-up, you just learn a lot by taking documentation. And if you are a pen tester or want to become a pen tester, taking good notes is key when you're working through a pen test. But we do have file read at this point. Was there anything else? Let's look at our scans. And so with file read, we should be able to read various pages. I'm curious about all this stuff. So we can check out these things as well before I dive into file read, although I'm guessing that's going to be our way in. Let's make sure we're not in a rabbit hole. So like if we go to metrics, do we have anything interesting there? Okay. Nothing super helpful. I mean, you wouldn't want this exposed to the internet. If we were doing a real pen test, we would definitely want to let the client know about that, but I don't see anything in here that is going to be exploitable right away. Let's check out robots.txt, see if there's anything there. And just disallow everything. Okay, gotcha. And can you actually sign up for it? Do they have sign up enabled? They do. Well, our name is going to be Tyler. HackSmarter at hacksmarter.org and password hacksmarter123, same password I use for my Twitch account. You guys can log in, give it a shot. Oh, user sign up is disabled. So although it looks like it's enabled, it is not enabled. What is the name of this site? So we're doing a lab. I'm not hacking a real website. That would be illegal. We're doing a lab from VulnLab. If you've never heard of VulnLab, you can check it out right here. Has some really incredible machines and as well as chains. So think about like Hack the Box's Pro Networks. They have things like that, but it's created by XCT, one of the top players on Hack the Box, as well as the one who's created many of the machines on Hack the Box. Oh, dude, good luck, Zach. Let me know how it goes. I want to be a pen tester or a bug bounty hunter, but don't know where to start. Well, hey, lucky you. I have made an entire video about where to start. I will drop a link to it real quick. Here you go. Share. Copy. There goes Zally Panda. How to become an ethical hacker in 2024. It also applies to 2025. But okay, we have path traversal here. We can read different files. I can read etc password. And when we read etc password, we can see that, what users do we have here? We have Grafana here at home Grafana. And that seems to be our only actual user, of course, besides root. So we can try some basic stuff that's probably not going to work, but is worth trying. If we try to do something like... Wait, where's it at? Oh, I'm on the wrong terminal. Let me go over to this terminal right here. Can I read home Grafana SSH ID RSA? Okay, nope. We can't do that. Make sure I can still read etc password, and I can. And so we try home Grafana. Okay, something went wrong. Can I read more than one file, like back and forth? Is that why it's failing? Okay, no, I can read etc password every single time. So then we want to figure out, hey, where should we be looking? And it might be helpful for us to read about Grafana and how things are set up. Are you on Discord? I am on Discord. Thank you for asking, because that gives me an opportunity to self-promote it. If you go to hacksmarter.org, this is our website, and you can get our Discord link from there. So this is our website, and then on the website, you just need to cat out discord.txt to get the Discord invite link, and I'll drop that as well. Whoa, there's like over 100 of you watching me. Apparently, you guys also don't have lives on a Saturday morning, but good to have all of you here. Let me check out the channels. Who's winning between YouTube and Twitch? YouTube has 62 people, Twitch has 40, and I apologize to you on LinkedIn. I guess there's probably more than 100, but Restream doesn't show me how many people are watching on LinkedIn. But good to have all of you hanging out, seriously. Usually I stream late at night, but my kids happen to be at my in-laws today, and my wife is shopping. And most people would like, relax or do a hobby. This is like my only hobby, this and boxing, which speaking of boxing, I wanted to plug in, first of all, guys, total tangent. Does anyone have a VR headset? If you have one, you need to check this game out. I was a fan of Thrill the Fight 1, played it like since release, but Thrill the Fight 2 recently came out, and it's VR multiplayer boxing, and it's really fun. Now, with the caveat that you're of course doing online gaming, so there's so many people trying to cheat the game, and there's like just silliness. But if you use their Discord to find custom fights, then you can box with people who actually know how to box. So some of you may know this about me. I've been boxing for like 5 years, go to a gym, spar, do all that stuff. But this is an incredible workout, guys. I'll do this for like an hour and a half, no breaks, just straight 3-minute rounds. And I'm like drenched, amazing cardio. But I wanted to do this when I was done streaming, and it just reminded me I need to plug in my Quest 3 headset. So I need to go grab it from this table over here and bring it back over here. So I'll be right back. All right, here we go. So let me find the thing. If you guys have one of these, DM me. I would love to beat you up in virtual reality. Or when we go to Vegas, if we can find a boxing gym, I'll beat you up in real life. It's your choice. I'm waiting for like the cybersecurity influencer boxing matches. Tyler versus Mike Tyson win. I'm trying to get bigger on YouTube so I can take on Jake Paul. All right. I'd at least be like his size. He tends to fight people smaller than him, but I'm like 6'2", 235 pounds. So me versus Tiberius, I don't think Tiberius wants to smoke. I don't think he boxes. I don't know of any other streamers who box, but if there is one, I legit at DEF CON, if we can find a boxing gym, I would love to spar with you. I'll bring my boxing gear and we can throw hands. It would be a lot of fun. But all right, let's close this out. I'm getting distracted. What were we doing? Oh, we're researching Grafana. So let's just research Grafana Linux install. Let's see how you install it, because if we read how to install it, we might find like the default file path where credentials and stuff might be stored. You wonder if we do? I don't do MMA. My gym like trains MMA, but I personally don't do MMA, mainly because I don't want to get kicked in the head or like elbowed in the face. Tyler versus Pat. Hey, I don't think Pat boxes, but if InfoSec Pat wants a box, I'll do it. DEF CON, I will be literally anyone who wants to spar. I got you. And sparring is different than like trying to hurt each other. We won't try to knock each other out, but I'll go at whatever level you want to go at. I'll match your level. All right, let's see. Install Grafana and Debian Ubuntu. Maybe it would be easy. Here, let's configure Grafana. I just want to see what's the main file path in Grafana that we are using. Where do you think I would find that? Maybe security. Let's read about security. Configure security, limit IP addresses and host names. Well, they didn't do that. Firewall rules, limit query perimeters. Where the frick is the file path though, bro? Data source management. All right, we're gonna log into our robot friend. He might be more helpful. Yeah, we're doing Vol now. What up, Jay? Good to have you here. All right. What are some of the file paths for Grafana when installed on Linux that might contain sensitive info such as creds? What's the best way to detect if an audio file is in use? Locked. I don't think I understand your question, virtual assistant. I have no idea. Okay, here's exactly what I was looking for. I just wanted to know like where the configuration files are at. Let's see if we can read these files, shall we? Okay, cool. We have this one. Oh, wow, it's big. Dang, all right. Possible values, production development. I'm going to scroll through here and just glance through to see if we can find anything. We have directory where Grafana can store logs, so there's logs there. That provision config files that Grafana will apply in startup. That might be worth looking into. We see that HTTP port 3000, which is what we discovered. We have the SQLite database right here on port 3306, but this is only open internally, so we would need to get a shell on the machine. But once we do, we'd be able to access the database. I don't know how helpful that's going to be to us. We have the user root. The password contains that, so it's with no password from what I can see. So let's go ahead and grab a screenshot of that. It might be helpful later. It might not be, but we'll just go ahead and grab it like, we'll just say this. This is all we really need from there. We'll jump over to our notes. And we're just going to drop our loot in right here as we find different things. Notion, can you please automatically align left? Like there should be an option that I set that every time I paste this in, it aligns it left. Yeah, this is the data room. You're correct, Nox Loomis. This is Vulnlab data. Okay, nothing interesting there. All right, we have an admin user. We have a secret key. Default admin password can be changed before first start of Grafana or in profile settings. I tried admin and that didn't work. We have a secret key used for signing. I don't think that's going to be super helpful for our purposes right now. Okay. I'm not seeing anything super helpful. Guys, I know I'm going through this fast. If you see something that I miss, shout it out in chat. I know when I stream, I feel like I miss obvious things. But this is all cloud stuff. We have an admin at grafana.localhost, but once again, not going to be helpful for us. Yeah, it might be log poisoning. I don't know. I'm guessing it's something with Grafana, but maybe not. Okay, let's see if there's any other interesting file paths. Environment files. We can give this a shot. Okay, that didn't work. Database files. Cool. We have access to the database file. Obviously, we can't actually look at it in database, but we can see the strings here. So we're creating a folder. What is up? It's not PwnLab, this is Vulnlab. I know it's confusing. Early Tyler stream, yes, sir. What are we working on? So we're working on the data room from Vulnlab and going into it blind. We're just kind of hanging out, chilling. Seeing if we can do some enumeration on this machine. So guys, like truly, this is a very relaxed stream. If you guys have questions about anything as we work through this, I'm happy to answer questions. I have no hardcore agenda to even finish this machine today. So we are inputting a user ID here, user auth. I don't know if that's like a session of some sort. Oh, we got Tiberius. Yeah, Tiberius, you do. All right, Twitch boxing match, me versus Tiberius. He's accepted it. If he jumped in chat and said he needs to learn how to box in time for DEF CON, I'm taking that as him accepting the fight offer. So any other streamers or non-streamers who want to box at DEF CON, I'm sure we can find a boxing gym. If not, we'll just do it on the street. We have we'll take like a hat or something, and we'll go on the strip, right? And we'll just act like we're entertainers. We'll put a hat there, and then people can watch me beat you up, and then I'll buy you like a drink afterwards with the money that we make from the Vegas strip. Absolutely. All right, guys. Am I missing anything? I'm very much multitasking here. Hey, create login. Oh, login attempt. Where's the users table at? I love reading a database via like this weird freaking cat string stuff. User auth. I'm not seeing any passwords though. Okay, I'm glancing through this very quickly. Treasure Island. Best double check on the stream, baby. Heck yeah. Is it streaming all time? No, I don't normally stream this time, guys. So, like, if you're like, hey, I wish Tyler would stream more at this time, then you guys have to watch my kids. My kids just happen to be my in-laws, and my wife is shopping. So, I don't have any hobbies besides this and boxing, and I didn't feel like boxing. So, here we are. Going blindly into a vuln machine called data. Oh, there's an API key. Name key role. Oh, this is just showing like the tables. It's creating the tables. I didn't see any username or password stuff here. Data source. Okay, drop table if exists. So this is a rare morning stream. We must savor it. Exactly. You must savor it. That is correct. Usually I'm hanging out with my kids right now. We're usually like, well, now it's very cold where I live. I mean, I don't know if it's 2 degrees out right now. Usually we're doing like Play-Doh or building stuff out of Lincoln logs and things. Hey, would you look at this? We have this Boris at data.vl. I don't know which part of this. Jeez. Is that the auth token? Peace out, Tiberius. Make sure you hit up the boxing gym, dude. Yeah, I'll see you in the ring. Sounds good. We'll stream it on Twitch. Maybe we can set up pay-per-view. Amazing. Thank you, dude, for stopping by. Appreciate it. So, you guys heard it here. This is the announcement. Me versus Tiberius, DEF CON 2025. They should put us up on the stage for it. Okay, so I think this is just an auth token. We should copy this. I'm going to copy this craziness right here, all of this. And I think we'll come back to it and see if we're able to do anything helpful with it. Right, we'll do that, and let me just go like this. Whoops. This file, which file was this that ChatGPT told me to do? It's this one right here, the Grafana database. So let's grab that to our notes as well. So that's that file. Hey, Tyler, I'm starting a few days as a junior pen tester. First, congratulations. There will be training. What do you suggest that I should focus more on? It all depends on the org, but I would say web app pen testing. As a junior pen tester, you're likely going to spend the bulk of your time doing two assessment types: external pen tests and web app pen tests. External pen tests are pretty dang easy. Web app pen tests is what I would focus on. JKR said, I'm not really sure. Can't remember. Just cats out binary. Yeah, so JKR, we just got started not long ago at all. So we're only a little bit into the machine. But right away, I found a file read vulnerability, and we're just looking through some potential files that might have credentials. And so, like, we're looking at the Grafana database, but it is very hard to read it in this format. And I didn't see anything else interesting besides those authentication stuff. Olama may be a smarter hack and robot friend that's free and runs locally. Could be, But I believe running Olama locally is going to take up some of my CPU and GPU, which is kind of hard to do that while I'm streaming with virtual machines and OBS and everything. All right, so we kind of struck out there. Let's make sure our file read still works. There we go. Yeah, I agree, JKR. That's a good point. So I'm trying to think of where else we should look here. Hey, JKR, since you're here, can you let me know if this database file is a rabbit hole? I don't want to look at the walkthrough, but I don't want to keep looking at the database file if it's a rabbit hole. Let's check out logs. Maybe there's something interesting in logs. Nope. Contains subdirectories for provisioning configuration. That's subdirectories. Oh, data sources. Databases are usually a good idea. Okay, cool. Good to know. Plugin directory, custom dashboards, data directory, temp files, backup files. Okay, well, the one piece of information that we have is we have a user. So let's just type this up. So what we know from this is we have user enumeration. We have Boris at data.vl. And we have admin at localhost, which I guess really isn't user enumeration. And for Boris, we have what appears to be a session. I just need to understand where the session token starts because we have the date right here. VL, it says Boris again. That's why I'm not sure. Here, we'll see if GPT can figure this out for us. And I wonder if there is another exploit that allows me to dump the database itself. Okay. I think it just like escapes, right? Like I'm pretty sure when I was looking at the exploit, it's literally just this. Plugins, choice plugin list. I don't know what plugin list is doing. You know what we could do though? Well, here, let's just try this real quick. If I open up Kaido, it would be, so it's just doing public plugins. And then it grabs from the plugin list. And then it just escapes a bunch. Oh, it didn't work. Why you do that to me, Kaido? Let me grab... Alright, let me do it here in replay. It was, once again, public plugins. Something like that. Bad request. Okay. Let's see. Did I not do public? Oh, yeah, good call. Thank you. So that still redirects to that, but that seems to be all it's doing. In the meantime, I wanted to see how the session stuff is handled here. Does it set a session when we first log in? Developer tools, application, cookies, data, just a redirect. Wrong plugin maybe? Yeah, probably wrong plugin. I just don't feel like going through that list of plugins. Let's do this. Thanks, GPT. I appreciate it. All right, let's grab this. We need to make this much smaller. All right, now if I turn on Kaido, intercept, huh. That breaks it when I put it through Kaido. Isn't that odd? The web browser is like fixing the slashes. That's lame. Well, I guess we can just try these other plugins. I broke the exploit. Let's just do it manually with Kaido. I just need to figure out which plugin we need to use. We can try Analyst. Bar chart. I could be smart and just automate this, but YOLO. We'll just do it this way. All right, let's automate it. I'm not going to manually do this whole list. We will copy this. I'm going to do this in a ghetto way. Copy that. We'll do nano plugins.txt, paste this in, cat plug it in, and now we can cat plugins.txt, cut by delimiter like that, I think, and then field 2. There we go. And then we'll save that to plugins stripped.txt, and now we should just have the plugin names. Beautiful. Mousepad plugins stripped. And now we have just the plugin names. Now we can go over to Kaido. We will send this over to Automate here. Then on Automate, we can mark this as what we want to mark. Our payloads, we can do a simple list and just paste it in like so. That all looks good to me, and we will hit run. And we'll see if any of these work. And none of them work. That's cool. Any reason to use Kaido over Burp? It's just more affordable for people. Shouldn't have to escape those. VL public. Surely that's all it's doing. Public plugins, plus from the plugin list, then file to read. Oh, did I do only plugin singular? Oh, I'm dumb. Thank you for pointing that out, JKR. Let's try that. There we go. Now we have it all. Now they all work. So I guess all the plugins are installed or something. All right. So now we have that. Now if we just curl it, we should be able to download the binary of the database is what I'm thinking. And so if we jump over to our notes right here, it was this file. So let's just first make sure we can read it. And then I think we can download the binary with curl is what I'm thinking in my head. And then we can look at the database a little bit easier. And there we go. And I think I can right click. Well, we should just be able to curl it. So let's try first to see if I can get curl to work properly. Data.vl 3000. Oh. Data.vl 3000 rather. Okay, so I might have to do a curl. What would be the difference? Oh, there we go. Beautiful. So now we at least got the binary. Output grafana.db. SQLite viewer. What's the freaking tool called? SQLite viewer or something. SQLite viewer. Is it just SQLite? What is the SQLite viewer in Kali? Why am I blanking on it? Oh, SQLite 3. Thank you. That's what I'm thinking of. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, cool. So that's awesome. Let's copy this for our notes before I move on. Downloading. Okay, we have this, user enumeration. We'll go here. And we'll just call this downloading the database with curl. All right, we got that. And we'll just grab a screenshot that we were able to successfully dump the tables here. Like so. And now we have a few different tables that might be helpful to us. The ones that are probably going to be most helpful are these user tables. We could, I think, just select everything from user. All right. And then we have what we saw before. We have our Boris user here, which is this. This would be the actual password. Don't know if it is salted. Guys, I don't even know how to get the freaking column names with SQLite. Let's see. Hey, we're working on the data room from VulnLab. We just got started a little bit ago. Show the create statements. Is it schema? I don't know if that's correct. Can I specify I just want to see the users table, do you think? I'm sure I can, but I don't know how. User org ID. Here we go. So here's the schema. That was password salt rands. Okay. So that's a schema for this table. So then when we dump, gosh, I can't type. When we dump that, that's going to be look at our notes here, we have version information, login, email, admin at localhost. Ours is a little bit different, but password, salt, rans. Password, salt. Oh, we want Boris, so I don't want the admin. We want Boris, I think. So. And now let's see if there would be a way. We'll ask our robot, he'll probably hallucinate. Oh yeah, we don't need the RAM, we just need the salt. And you can do that with Hashcat. I remember having issues with Hashcat trying to pass it a custom salt. He's gonna hallucinate. I'm pretty sure that's not how you do it. But I had an issue with this. But it may have been user error. Exit. Scrub. Okay. So let me grab this. No, this one right here. And we'll grab the salt. And now hashcat-h grep salt. Okay, so it claims hash salt. I don't know what Grafana uses. We could check that real quick. Let me look at chat. Have you considered using a terminal application like Terminator or something more streamlined? Nope. Nope, because my brain can't process it when there's more than one terminal on the screen. I don't know why. What up, Marlo? Good to have you here, my friend. Yo, we got 126 of you hanging out. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Watching me stumble through this machine. Okay. So I think the way to do this is hashcat hash.text. Well, we're going to want to cat it out actually. So it's going to be like hashcat module. I don't know which ones of these it is. Here, we'll see if it can auto detect it. I doubt it can. Like that. And then I think the salt here, if I'm understanding that, hash, and then salt, and then user share. Okay. See, this is the issue I had before. Am I doing the salting wrong? I feel with the terminal. All my colleagues call me names for only being able to see one terminal. For real, like, guys, when I see the streamers and they have like freaking 4 terminals on their screen and they jump from one terminal to the other, my brain can't process. It's the same with when I use like a browser. Some of you people are freaking insane. And your like browser tabs, you have hundreds of them. I don't know how your guys' brain functions. I'm constantly closing browser tabs because I don't like having them open. I want everything to be very simple, like one thing at a time, none of your craziness. Yeah, 4 terminals on 4 tabs. Y'all are just made different, all right? Maybe I've been hitting the head too many times boxing, but I can't do your freaking crazy multiple terminal things. Thank you for sharing this, Hacka. So let's see this. Grafana to Hashcat makes it easy to convert Grafana hashes to the SHA-256 format in order to facilitate password cracking using Hashcat. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's try this out. How do you know you won't need that tab again? If I need the tab again, I'll search for the same website. That's also why I take good notes. I can look at my notes and see like, what am I doing here? CD to grafana hashcat. Okay, so we need hash salt format. Oh. Okay. I think that's how they want it. And Python 3 grafana to hash positional argument, so we'll just pass it that. Output file to save the hashcats to. Okay, cool. That seemed to work. We'll see if it can just auto-detect it. Okay, it does. Now let's grab this information for our notes. We have this. We'll just grab all of that. That shows the entire process. Converting the hash for a hashcat. And we'll grab a link to that tool we used. Right here. All right. There we go. All right, look at chat. What are you guys talking about? T-Muggs helps with multiple terminal sessions, but I'm not a fan of his default keyboard shortcuts. I'm telling you guys, I just use the built-in terminals. Y'all are crazy with your multiple freaking tabs. That's amazing, Mr. Nobot. Levi said, I have 10 to 15 tabs extra which are open in my browser which I don't even use daily. Dude, how? How does your brain process all the tabs? You guys are insane. Hey, we cracked the hash, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. And we'll say cracking the hash. All right, so then we have our user. What the frick was his name? Boris? Beautiful one. Now, can we SSH in as Boris? Boom. And we have remote access. Beautiful. I didn't even get that stuck, all right? And that took me, I don't know, guys, 40 minutes maybe to get initial access to a Vonda machine. That's like the fastest I've ever done it. All right, we have access. Make a new tab. We'll say post compromise. And our SSH access, right, is with the creds from above. We'll just drop that in there so it's very clear how we got SSH access. Whoops. And we'll grab a screenshot. We'll do who am I? Okay, good. Gosh, I know I'm learning how to use a keyboard still. ID, sudo L. Okay, cool. We have a few things to work with. We'll just grab all this for our notes. And there we go. Let me run the following commands. We can execute Docker stuff as the root user. So we'll want to obviously dig into that. And before we do that, let's just look around the file system. And we'll, of course, come back to that. But LSLA, there's the user flag. I'm going to stop sharing my screen just for a moment while I grab the user flag. You guys can get the flag yourself. I showed you how to get to it. I even gave you the freaking password. But let me pull up Discord real quick. I'm going to input that flag. Boom. And can I extend my machine too real quick? You cannot extend it. It must have less than an hour left. And it has in an hour. Okay. Well, we'll come back to it. All right. But we solved the challenge. Sweet. So we have the user flag. Oh, shoot. I just showed the flag to you guys. Oh, well. XCT will forgive me. I didn't realize I hadn't cleared my screen yet. All right, LSLA, we have Ubuntu, which I don't know if we'll have access to. Oh, maybe we will. Okay, yeah. Hey, I know you may get this all the time. What do I get all the time? No, the flag. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, dude, Mr. Nobot, this is my 5th or 6th Vulnlab machine I've worked on live on stream. I've been making walkthrough videos for them too, so I have quite a few of a backlog of videos, but I have at least 2 recorded standalone videos for Vulnlab showing like a detailed video walkthrough. The last one I solved on stream was Escape, and that one was just insane. It's like escaping from a freaking Korean kiosk. But even one of the main issues I had was with the way to unmask a password without giving too much away. And the tool that everybody uses doesn't work for me. It sucked. I don't know why the tool was terrible, but I found an alternative tool when I was making my walkthrough video last night that worked immediately. Like, it did an amazing job. So I'll showcase that tool in that walkthrough video. But I recorded that. Like, I do video stuff most nights, guys. I just don't stream every night. So last night I was recording video, and I was recording the standalone walkthrough for Escape, the one that I solved on stream. But Escape was just different. Escape and Build are the 2 machines that I learned a lot from, but they almost defeated me. All right, let's just jump back over to our sudo stuff, and let's just run this. Oh, beautiful. We need to find a Docker image. Oh, shoot. Maybe I can upload an image. I don't think there's anything like any quick way in GTFO bins. I should check. Yeah, I don't have permissions to do Docker PS. I can't see running images, but I'm thinking maybe I can upload an image and then execute the image, like something like that for my attack machine. This is going to be if you have sudo to run Docker, which we don't. Which... Execute is dropping into a shell on the image, right? Execute command in a running container. So basically, we need to figure out what containers are running, and then we can drop into a shell on the container. Possibly. So I'll just grab this here. Well, we'll go like this. We'll do this, Docker H, and drop it into our notes. And then I want to jot out kind of what I'm trying to do. So this is the command that stands out to me. Can I change the color of it? Let's make it red and bold. All right, so what we need to do, figure out a way to discover the running Docker image, drop into a shell on the image. Can you explain why Boris wasn't an Etsy password but SSH worked? No, because I don't know why. Oh. Because we were in a Docker container. Maybe. Because we had Grafana and everything there. So the Grafana was a Docker container. If we scroll up and we look at our Etsy password we first got, notice that this one has grafana and no users, because this in and of itself was a Docker container. And we didn't like escape the Docker, we were just able to find password reuse, which is something you discover in the real world pretty often, where a user reuses their password. So the Boris user to log into Grafana was using the same password he uses for SSH. So since we had access to the Docker container for Grafana, then we were able to do that. So do you think the container is just called Grafana? We don't have, for those of you saying to run Docker commands, we don't have permissions to run Docker commands. We only have permissions to execute into a Docker container. It would be wait. Container command. So container and then our command Grafana. There we go. So I can execute into the Grafana container. You can see that right there. And I ran who am I. So let's grab that. Trying to figure out in my head how this privilege escalation is going to work, but we'll say executing commands. Unless there's other containers on the machine. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Come on, go away. I'm trying to think what we'd even look for. So DG, I'm doing a lab. This is an educational lab. I'm not hacking a real person's server. But for my job, I am a pen tester, so I get paid to do hacking, but I do it legally. I hack stuff before the bad people hack stuff. Is it I? Yeah, thank you, DG. Yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm not doing any illegal hacking right now. This is all in a lab educational environment to learn ethical hacking. Oh, Mr. Nobot, good call. Let's try that out. Proc self C group. Oh, I think you maybe mean in the instance. Proc self C group. No such file name or directory. You've currently got me doing Hack the Box labs. I appreciate the motivation. If Tyler can do it, so can we. Absolutely. If I can do it with 120 of you watching me, you can do it as well. All right, let me just think of how this would work. We can, geez, why? How do you drop into a shell with exec? I thought it was I bin bash or something. Oh, IT. There we go. And then bash. Okay, got it. I see. Grafana. There we go. So we'll just add this, dropping into an interactive shell to our notes. All right. Yeah, we could try deep C. I actually did that on a previous machine. What machine was that? I don't remember. Down? Was it Down or Forgotten? One of those machines. Let's steal some AWS creds. I'm better at AWS than I am at this. Oh, that is the root directory. No, that is right there. All right, let's do some deep CE stuff. Looks like it was for forgotten, if I can take that correctly. That's home, Tyler, web server, python 3.m, HTTP server on 8000, host a basic web server, jump over to here, and we'll just go to the temp directory and make it nice and clean. wget 10.8.4.163 8000 and deepc.sh. Plus X makes it executable, and now let's run it. Can you do Kali Linux tour in your PC? I'm not quite sure what you mean. Just like show off Kali? Did my phone just go off? No. All right, so we have our user grafana in the root group. The heck is that? My heater's making weird sounds. It's like it's vibrating against something. Oh well. What the heck? Can you guys hear that? It's the FBI. The FBI's in my heater vents. Get out of here, NSA. All right, now the heater fully turned on. It's not making it now. Okay, as long as I don't blow up. Yeah, it's sort of like a Docker code in Olympics, exactly, for escaping a Docker container. Here's what I wanted to know. Is it mounted elsewhere? var snap docker. Okay, that's actually not going to be helpful for us, I don't think. Hey, thanks for the follow, DG. Appreciate it. Kind of stumped here. We have root access to the Docker container. We do have some mounts, but it's just this specific file that's mounted, resolve.conf, hostname and hosts, which I don't think is going to be abusable. Try deepc-h. Here, let's see what we got. Don't use, install, script will delete itself, use one of the following exploits, use Docker command to create new containers and mount root partitions to privesc, exploit a Docker container with privilege, use an exposed Docker sock to create a new container. I didn't realize DeepC could automate the exploitation. No, I know I'm root in the container. Oops. Well, I'm in the root group. I am root. So I'm root in the container. We have some mounted stuff, but it's just those. Like, my understanding is when this is mounted, it's only these files. I suppose I can modify those. But first, I didn't know that DeepC could, like, do automatic exploitation. Let me just try. I want to see how these exploit things work. So you just do exploit and you run one of them? Sock. Okay. Curl is required. I just didn't even know that was possible. But okay, here's what I guess stands out to me are these right here. Let's dig into this a little bit more. So if I go to this one, oh no, I wanted to do Etsy host name. Okay, that's my host name. And over on the main machine, which, let me just do this real quick. Oops. Boris at data.vl, beautiful1. Do I have access to this file? I do. Call this SSH. We'll call this one Docker. Oh, we could probably stop this scan too if it's still going. Yeah, it's done. And dir search, we can close that out as well. I think we're done with that. But okay, so if I modify this, say echo hack smarter, that's the host name. I don't, must be suid to work properly. How do I just make myself the root user in the Docker container? You don't think that would be that hard? My small brain. Oh, maybe I can just do it from here. If I exit out, do the same command here, but can I specify the root user? There we go. Okay, it just took me a minute for my small brain to understand that. Let's put that in my notes so I don't forget in the future. The Docker container. All right, now we have root permissions, and now just what I want to do is echo hack smarter to Etsy hostname, and now over on the main container, you can see I am able to modify that file. So now, what if I do something like I did in that other machine? Which machine was that? Did I say forgotten? Bash. Let's just try this real quick. Okay. Change the ownership. Bash the host name. Now, what if I cp bash to Oh shoot, what did I do with bash now? I killed it. Oh, I renamed it Etsy hostname because I'm dumb. So there's hostname, aka bash, but we can write to hostname. There's that, and then hostname right here is actually the bash binary. It just looks like hostname. So how can I swap that? How can I move my hostname here to Etsy hostname? Let's just first try to do like CP hostname to Etsy hostname 2. Okay, so that works. And what if I... Maybe my robot friend from help. Yeah, we could try that. And then add the sticky bit. I don't know if this is going to work, but it kind of, sort of works in my head. Will it work in real life? Nobody knows. So I can't actually list that directory. I did set the execute bit, did I not? Maybe we need to find one of those other paths that my user can actually list and have access to on the host machine. What were the other paths that we had? Frick, did I not saving my notes for? Come on, Tyler. What did I do wrong, guys? Oh, gotcha. Let's try that then. What is it called here? First, let me grab this for my notes, because I realized I didn't save this. I could have swore I added this to my notes. Did I just miss it? Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. I'm on forgotten. No wonder why I can't see it. So it's connecting hostname right there to Etsy hostname. Let's try this. Let's give it all permissions. And now let's change mon. Just go like this. Let's see if the file is even in there. And yes, it is. Okay. So we know that. Why does that do that? There's definitely a file there. We can cat it. We added the suid bit. It should be able to execute as the root user. It says that any user can execute it. Read, write, execute, read, write, execute. But I can't seem to execute it. Isn't that odd? JKR said, no idea if this would work, but nice to watch you being creative. Cool. We're gonna see if we can make it work. I'm just curious. DG, we're just learning, my friend. It's just a learning lab teaching us privilege escalation and initial compromise on a machine. So our only goal is to learn and hang out. It is mounted. It's writable. Oh, mismatched. The hostname file is not a valid binary for the system's architecture. If the file was replaced with a custom binary, i.e. doing our CTF, it might be compiled for a different architecture. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Oh, it just wants me to do that. Nope. Same architecture. All right, watch this, guys. You guys want to see some crazy hacking skills? Watch. We're going to cat bin bash. Oh, let me go to temp real quick. I really hope this weird privilege escalation method works. We're going to cat bin bash. We're going to base 64 it. Be E for encode, right? What is it to encode? Is it just base 64? Oh, I don't think we need to specify anything. All right, and then we're going to copy this. Maybe. Might take a while. Okay, that's too much to copy. How do I copy all in nano? I don't remember. Blah, blah. Control 6 to set a mark. Alt Shift T to cut the end of the file. Or Alt T. The frick, why do they make it so complicated? Is there an easy way just to copy all in freaking nano? Come on, nano, don't suck. Yeah, I did cat that, I think. What do you... Couldn't you cat bash from the host? In the host. Yeah, I did do that. Right here. And it does look like the correct bash binary. See? I think it worked, but it gave a bash error. I'm curious if -p bin sh would work instead of just p. Well, we can try it. So what are you thinking if we do... Guys, I can't... Guys, we're in an SSH. We can't open it with code. We're on a remote computer, y'all. This is not... We're not on my host computer right here. We don't have Visual Studio Code installed on the virtual machine that we're doing this. You can't open with VS Code. Okay, well, this clearly isn't the correct way to do this. So maybe I should just continue my enumeration. Oh, you mean on the host? Do I have right permission to that, I guess? Let's try it. Oh, I do have right permission to it. Oh, I guess I do because I gave myself right permission to it. Let's go like this. Change mod. All right. Freaking worked. I had to stand up and celebrate there. I did not think that was gonna work. Oh my goodness. Was not expecting that to work at all. That's insane. Okay. Wow. We're going to go look at a walkthrough in a second. I want to see the intended way. That's insane. All right, let me just jot down my notes here. So we switched to the user in the Docker container, right? We saw that this needed to be mounted, and we're going to say like on host machine. But before we can do that, we had to make it executable. So we're going to say on Docker container. And on a Docker container, we made it executable right here. We'll do this right here. Well, it was this first. On host machine. So we made that 777, and then we copied bin/bash from the host machine. And then on Docker container, we did this. We did this. On host machine, we did this and got root like freaking elite hackers. Gosh, that's insane. Totally was not expecting that to actually work. And there's root.txt. This time I'm not going to show you guys the flag. But I am going to go get credit for it over in Discord. Boom. Challenge solved. All right, give me just a second. I'm going to pull the wiki up real quick and see how this is meant to be solved. Let me go to walkthroughs. I think that's my favorite machine so far, just because of the weird thing that I don't think was meant. That's not the way you're meant to do it, but I got it to work. Okay, here's some write-ups. I'm going to open up a few of these write-ups and we'll look at them together. All right, let's see this person's write-up. Grafana DB. Yep, blah, blah. We did all that same stuff. That's all it was? Running sudo shows that we can run docker execute as root. There isn't a Grafana user in the home directory, but the etc password retrieved earlier to show us a Grafana user. So it's most likely running a container. We can get privilege access to the container as a root user, which we did. As a privileged user within the container, we have access to dev and are able to mount the disk of the VM. I did it. I did it in such a weird way. Oh man. Yeah, Volnab write-ups are allowed. Yes, hence why I'm streaming. Look at this, guys. I did it different than everyone. I win the game. Okay, I still did it different than everyone. All right. Okay, I'm cooler than everyone else. Wow. I don't know if that makes me smart or dumb because I didn't see the obvious way of doing it, and I did a very weird making Etsy hostname suid bit bash binary craziness, but that was a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll make a standalone. Honestly, I don't even know if I should make a standalone video. I should just edit this one and post it because it wasn't that long, and it showed like the full crazy process of us eventually making that work. Crazy. RIP any process that tries to read hostname. Exactly. Can you sum up what you did? I'm confused. Yeah, I'll try to. Okay, yeah, I'll make a walkthrough video, guys, for this, because I did not teach well through the beginning. And that's the difference between my live stream and when I teach it now. I used to just like post my live streams as standalone videos, but when I'm live streaming and I'm trying to understand the material myself and enumerate myself, it's hard for me to also teach so that a beginner is able to follow along. So I will make sure I do a standalone video for this machine, and I'll teach through the whole process there. But basically, I knew I was root in the Docker container. I was user on the other machine, but their Etsy hostname was mounted. So I converted Etsy hostname on the Docker container to a bash binary. But since I had a root on the Docker container, I could also make it so it could execute with pseudo privileges when another user executed it on the actual host machine and then got root privileges. But I'll explain it in more detail when I make the standalone video. But that's cool. I'm glad I solved that. Oh, I just realized, guys, I apologize. I wasn't sharing my screen. I was showing you the commands I was running when I was just explaining it. But stay tuned for the standalone video, and I'll walk you through it there. But guys, it's lunchtime for me. I might jump on again this afternoon, but I am going to take a lunch break, eat some food, all that good stuff. But this is one of my most popular streams. It must just be because it is during the day, but we have almost 140 people hanging out. We are going to see if we can find somebody to raid. Raiding only works over on Twitch. So right now we have 70 people on YouTube, almost 70 people on Twitch. So that's cool. If all you people on YouTube could come join Twitch, that would be amazing. You can be part of the raid. Let me drop a link to my Twitch real quick in the chat. But it's twitch.tv/hack_smarter. I'm going to see if anyone is streaming some hacking stuff, and we'll raid them and show them some support. Give me just a second while we check. Just me on InfoSec streams. Let me just pull up Twitch and see if there's anyone doing some cool Twitchy stuff that we can support them with. Twitch, Science and Technology. All right, you guys can see what I'm looking at. If you see anyone that's look like they'd be fun to raid, there's this cool person. We can check them out. Well, I'm not seeing. I don't know what this person's doing. Let's check this person out. They're doing some AI coding. That looks like it might be cool. Oh, level effect? Who's level effect? Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. They're doing SOC analyst stuff? Yeah, let's raid them. Thank you. Thank you for notifying me of that. Let me get the raid set up real quick. And we will raid them. Now, if you know your raid terminology or phrases, you're supposed to do a raid phrase, which is going to be hack smarter, not harder. So when we jump in, everyone make sure you drop in chat, hack smarter, not harder. That's going to be our raid phrase. Oh no, he's signing off. Never mind. So I would raid him, but from what I can see, he's signing off. Everyone's saying bye. Dang it. So go follow him, but I think he's signing off. Let me see if I can find somebody else. Yeah, not faster, I know. Okay, I'm just looking through Twitch real quick. Once again, if you guys have a streamer that you support, drop their name in chat. There's a lot of people doing coding stuff. Maybe I can find, let me see who has the lowest viewers. All right, this person's doing some coding stuff. All right, this person, guys, has 1 viewer. And here, I'll show you to him. He is doing some coding stuff called Budget Dad. No idea what it is. But let's go ahead and just show our support. Once again, hack smarter, not harder. We will jump his views up to like almost 80 people. This will be a lot of fun. Let me get the raid set up real quick. Raid, and I'll grab Brad the Dad. All right, there we go. Make sure you guys follow him. Let's show him some love. Hack smarter, not harder. I have the raid set up. Click join raid or raid now or whatever up in the corner. I'm going to sign off once we get everybody on there, and we will go do the raid. So once again, the raid term is hack smarter, not